Good evening, everyone. Today is the day after the new moon in Virgo, and let me tell you, the energy is pretty sluggish. It feels like body discomfort is like a big theme in the collective right now, just feeling sleepy, feeling not like yourself, and really kind of lacking energy to do a whole lot of anything. So it seemed like a good time, ironically, to do a collective energy read. I have all these decks out because I think I'm just as disoriented as everybody else. I don't really know what I'm going to be using. I'll just see whatever it is that I'm drawn to. Since the Ethereal Visions Tarot happens to be right next to me, I will just go ahead and use that. And I have a few other oracles on the other side. We'll just see what my guides guide me to. So while I shuffle these cards, you all can feel free to set your own intentions for the reading in your mind, out loud, or in the comments, however it feels good to you. It's funny because as I was reaching for the Romance Angels deck, I felt a strong pull, it like, 50-50 both directions, where it's like one half of me wanted to use it and the other half of me didn't. And it seems like there's some kind of fear in the collective that's being uprooted and challenged about outcomes. It really feels like a fear of outcomes. I don't think it had anything to do with the deck specifically. It felt more like some potentially divine feminines, potentially divine masculines in the collective were feeling like they were worried about sabotaging their connection, basically, is what I was feeling. And they were kind of trying to control, the outcome of things by controlling their actions. I'm getting kind of like a OCD type of response to this, to where, if I do this, is it going to jinx anything? Is it, like good luck, bad luck kind of concept? Hard to put into words, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. So there's this really angsty energy, restlessness, unease about doing anything. You're just not able to be present in the moment. And I feel like, I don't think this is for everybody. I think this is going to resonate for a select few, which is why I was feeling that, 50-50 pull. Do I use the deck? Do I not use the deck? And like I said, it had nothing to do with the deck itself. It was just that energy of people trying to potentially control any outcomes. So show the world the real you, and nothing will come of this situation. And hold your vision at the bottom of the deck. So these are actually fortuitous cards in this situation that I'm channeling, because show the world the real you really has that energy of just flow in the present moment. Be present with yourself, be present with your circumstances. Don't try to control outcomes, because you cannot sabotage what is meant for you, right? Like, it's not like whether or not you're going to be able to shoot the hoop per se, depending on where you're standing in the lines. I just heard my guide say release control, and it's kind of like they're shouting this. And see, trust came out from the Romance Angels. Trust your intuition, because I feel like a lot of you are getting intuitive hits. Some of you are getting prophetic dreams and such, that everything is going to be okay in your connection. And Spirit's just really asking you to trust that. We have give your relationship a chance. I think this card is more saying that your relationship will get the chance that it deserves. It's not that you aren't giving it a chance. It's like, just trust that you will get the chance that love at the love that you desire and that you deserve. Stay optimistic about your love life. Everything you do, do it with that intent that it's taking you towards union. And I think that is going to help a lot if you are resonating with this energy that I channeled earlier. It's going to help you a lot in terms of being able to be more present in order to, overcome your obstacles. Here we have the Six of Wands, along with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is this fiery, passionate, adventurous, spontaneous energy. And then here we have the Two of Pentacles that had come out in the sideways position. And sideways cards to me always represent like stuck energy that had been stuck that's now starting to move. So in this case, the Two of Pentacles is all about balance. It's about balancing your inner and outer world. It's about balancing the head space versus the heart space. It's about finding the balance between creativity, enjoyment, pleasure, and like the necessities of your daily life, your material stability, etc. So here with the Knight of Wands, Spirit is really saying that it's okay for you to take that initiative to invest in some experiences and just be present, live your life the way that it is now to the fullest. And that's really how you're going to draw in more blessings to you, because the more present you are, the more open you are, and the higher you vibrate, rather than, being in this anxious energy of trying to control outcomes and, thinking if you touch something or do something a certain way, you might sabotage something that you're hoping for or looking forward to. And Spirit just really wants you to get out of that mindset. And one thing that I highly recommend is whenever you find yourself feeling that way, just our egos are there to protect us, and that's why it creates fear, because fear is a protective mechanism, just like pain is a protective mechanism, right? If we don't feel pain, we will continue to walk on broken limbs and injure skin that's been burnt, etc. So pain tells us to leave it alone so it can recover. Ego kind of does the same thing for us, where it creates this sense of fear that is supposed to protect your heart from breaking, but at the same time it also creates a huge barrier when those fears kind of roll out of control and they snowball. And that happens to the best of us on this twin flame journey, right? Because this is not easy. But this Justice card is popping up here to remind us that we all have a certain soul contract, not just with our twin flame, but with everybody that we meet. We meet them for a reason, right? They're brought into our lives for a reason here. And we have the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is telling us to take a step back, take a breather, and really find yourself in the present moment. Get your feet on the ground, get into bodily consciousness that's going to shut off that limbic area of your brain that is more for survival and primitive purposes, and it's going to switch on your prefrontal cortex, which is for logic and reasoning. And both regions of the brain cannot be on, quote unquote, at the same time. So you are either in survival mode or you're thriving. So your goal right now is to get to that thriving mode and to trust that, you are larger than your fears. Source is larger than your fears. Whatever higher power it is that you resonate with, that is divinely protecting and guiding your connection, is much larger than any obstacle that you would ever have to encounter on this journey. And yes, it's true that it may not feel that way, especially initially when everything feels hopeless. But Spirit is saying everything that's for everyone's highest good will always play out. Just like we cannot stop death from coming, all of us are going to die at some point. And I know that's a really morbid example to use, but I think it's the one that everybody can relate to, right? We can't stop it no matter what we do. We can prolong our life by, getting the proper medical care, by eating healthy, staying healthy, exercising, taking care of our bodies. But we cannot ever fully stop death from coming. And so whatever is meant to happen is going to happen, and none of us are so powerful that we can stop something from happening, right? That's meant to happen. So here, Spirit saying, step into your own full power by recognizing how abundant you truly are, and that everything that's meant for you is just going to flow to you. The Empress does not chase. The Empress is not a chasing energy at all. Nine of Pentacles is not a chasing energy. But yet the Eight of Swords is the energy of being trapped in your own head about things, and sometimes not even really knowing why. Wanting to get out of that mental trap, or that little prison. I'm hearing Spirit say prison. And just not being able to see the way out. And this person here is blindfolded, and that blindfold is our own ego. And when we stress so much about something, see the Hanged Man here, just, ruminating on everything that could possibly go wrong, wherever you put your thoughts and your energy is what you are aligning yourself with. That's what Spirit wants you to remember. The Spirit wants you to focus on what you do want and stop focusing on what you don't want. And a lot of you are going to experience so much relief and transformation in your 3D reality on all levels. Look at that, guys, the Magician. You're going to actually start manifesting the things that you do desire into your 3D reality simply by shifting your focus to what you do want and telling what you don't want to kind of, go away. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Six of Cups. That's a lot of cards, you guys. The Emperor and the Seven of Cups. Whew. Number one, that's a lot of cards. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. But number two, look at this. You guys, the Empress had come out first, and look who is coming out right after her. The Emperor. Divine Feminine, you are in the driver's seat because you are the awakened one in this connection. When you start aligning with what you want and stepping into your Empress or Magician archetype or energy, your Divine Masculine is going to do the same thing. With the Seven of Cups, this is like, all the things that are running through your mind that you're focusing on, that you are desiring to manifest, that you're afraid of, and it's just like a bunch of racing thoughts. Well, you can very easily shift yourself and your masculine out of that by shifting your focus towards what you do want instead of what you don't. Every time your fears start to get loud, step into your Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords she can be cutthroat, and you know what? That's not a bad thing, because when your fears try to get the best of you, when they try to control the quality of life that you are attempting to live, you need to be cutthroat with that energy, and you just need to chop it right up. The Six of Cups here, this and Six of Cups with the Nine of Pentacles, you guys, spirit babies are coming through very strongly for some people in the collective right now. If your divine counterpart is somebody that you are destined to have children with, your spirit babies are guiding you guys back together. The Nine of Pentacles is also my pregnant lady card, which is why this is like a huge confirmation for some people that you are destined to have kids together. and your spirit babies are very much around you at this time. And the divine masculine is feeling nostalgic for good reason, because the divine masculine is realizing life without you right now, divine feminine, doesn't look so good. I'm thinking back to all the good memories, and I'm wondering, where did that energy go in my life? Well, that is the motivation that they need, that the divine masculine needs to get out of this selfish energy that they've been in, you know, this trying to protect their heart because of fears type of energy. And it's going to push them to actually take the steps towards you that they need to take. The Eight of Cups is all about walking away from what doesn't serve you, even if it's difficult to do. And for this set of masculines that I'm channeling, it's difficult for them to do because of their fears. They don't want the past repeating itself. They are afraid of heartbreak, etc. Like you aren't, right, divine feminine? I mean, that's, I think, the most frustrating part about you know, the masculine collective that does feel that way. It's like, well, don't you realize what you're doing to my heart in this process? Sadly, they don't until you tell them. And but you can't just, you know, like walk up to them and tell them that, because if they're not fully awakened, they just kind of run more and it defeats the purpose. So let them figure it out on their own. Trust me, they will. And with the Two of Wands, they will take the world in their hands, and they will make their decision. They will set out on this journey to come get you, divine feminine. We have the Well here at the bottom of the deck, which is all about wishes coming true. And the Nine of Cups is also a wish fulfillment card. So pretty much it seems like the biggest message from Spirit here is to trust the process, trust the divine timing. Know that, oh my gosh, I just stopped shuffling and we have expect miracles at the bottom of the deck. Spirit is saying it is safe for you to expect miracles because they will happen. Just take care of yourselves. That's all you have to do, and leave the rest to Spirit. All right, guys, that was a very quick reading, but that really feels like the message that wanted to come through. So I do hope that this video finds everybody who will resonate with this energy, and I hope that you find it helpful. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope if you're not doing well, then I hope that this helps. I will link my Instagram and TikTok handles in the video description box below. My Instagram now has the blue verified check mark, so if it does not have the blue check mark, it is not me. So do be careful of scammers, imposters, and you know, people impersonating me. Instagram is the place to purchase paid reading services from me. You can find all of that in my services highlight. It has all the instructions on how to book. It has prices, everything that you need pretty much. And keep an eye on my stories for specials that I run. I try to do them as often as possible. I just closed one out today. So yeah, I think that's it for my spiel. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you again in the next video.